Hello Virgo, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy bringing you your November 2024 general reading. We are looking at the first half of November and this reading is for you, the earth sign of Virgo. I hope you're all doing well. As always, I am so grateful for you taking the time to be here to watch these videos and make yourself the part of the blessing and gift it is to be able to create them. For those of you who like, share, and subscribe and support my channel in any way, my gratitude to you as well. Okay, Virgo, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Virgo, this video is for you. If you're a cross-watcher and you're cross-watching for Virgo, this video is also relevant and important. If you know any or all of your other sign placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, watch those as well. It can be helpful, bring in additional insight and perspective. It's a general reading. It might resonate a little differently for everyone. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest. And if you find that something hits home, and it really, really resonates with you and you'd like to perhaps take a deeper look at something and reach out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else or information about that, or you simply enjoy the reading style. If you're interested, you can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact information by clicking the description of this video, clicking on that word more, you'll see it there. I would love to hear from you. I can usually respond quickly within the same day or within 24 hours with more information. I do offer a lot of different choices for reading options. I cover all areas of life, different types, lengths, costs, styles, spreads. I have put a little something in there for everyone. And I'm pretty diligent and quite focused on the timely scheduling of personal readings as well, as this is all that I do. I do this full time. So if you're interested, email me. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what the first half of November 2024 looks like for you. For those of you who like to know, I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. We begin at the beginning with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire. A new path, a new opportunity, quite exciting. The start of a new path or an opportunity that holds passion, desire, enthusiasm, excitement, perhaps creativity, inspiration, justice. You may feel this is what's owed to you, or you may have worked hard for this. Justice also kind of is our reap what we sow card. So what you choose to do with this initial spark is up to you. I mean, justice says that it's about the rule of law and the outcome is based on what you do. So minimal investment, minimal return, maximum investment, maximum return. If you do nothing, well, that's a choice too, right? It for some of you can also represent moving forward on a brand new path, but not going off too spontaneously and impulsively. There may be a right way to do it, because justice can sometimes imply too that there might be, so a moral and ethical thing here that you need to consider. So there's a right way to do this and a wrong way to do this. So next we have the Magician, the manifester, the entrepreneur of the tarot. The Magician is usually shown working with or juggling each of the symbols of the four suits of the tarot, because each of them represent something, right? Something. They represent an element. Wands is fire, and that represents, desire, passion, creativity, inspiration. Cups is water. It represents, the emotional, our emotions, right? And connections. Swords represents air, which is our intellect, our ideas, and our ability to make clear and discerning choices and decisions and to see the reality of things. And Pentacles is the physical work, the actual work, the nose to the grindstone kind of aspect of it. Some of the Magician, who started off as a lowly apprentice, has a long path behind him or her, and they've learned from that path through trial and error, success, failure, victory, and defeat, right? But they've learned how to use those elements of life in a balanced way to actually manifest what they want into physical reality. It's also a good sign when it shows up, because it says that you have the ability within you to manifest the things that you want into reality by using a careful blend of these things. you know, with the Seven of Cups, a very idealistic card, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is kind of daydreaming, building castles in the sky, fantasizing, looking at all the possibility and potential and opportunities and dreaming about them, but only in like what the best possible thing could be, the best possible outcome, which is great, but this needs to be balanced. And the magician understands that, because this is a very head in the clouds kind of energy, and it takes a lot more than that to make a wish or a dream or something that you want actually manifest into reality. There's, again, it's the combining of the head, the heart, the physical work, and the passion and drive as well. There's a sense of eagerness on a new opportunity, which is great, but there's also a bit of an underlying thread, which was similar to your sister sign Taurus, not as strongly as theirs, but there's also an underlying thread here of there's a right and a wrong way to do this, and you need to make sure you have a balanced approach. Make sure you do all the research. Make sure you have a wise, reasonable, good, practical plan. Make sure you don't burn any bridges if you go on this new path to the best of your ability. Next, we have the Knight of Swords, moving forward quickly in a very decisive, assertive, action-oriented manner, but typically with a plan, and not not a partial plan, but an actual plan. With the Queen of Coins, which is likely you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So this is about maintaining that balance of kind of charging forward, as knights are prone to do, because they want to just start putting things together and manifesting right away. But combining, also balancing it with that earth energy of what you know, what's wise, what's practical, maybe looking at mistakes you've made in the past and kind of learning those lessons moving forward. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the first half of November, Virgo, is the Star, which is beautiful. The Star is a card of renewal of hope, of faith, of optimism, both for the present and the future. It comes after the Tower in the tarot, which can represent the ending or breaking down of things or sudden things which change our lives. The Star comes after that to renew and restore. It's kind of like spring after winter, hope after despair, health after sickness. So let's peel that back a little bit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So divine timing and orchestration is at play here. God, spirit, angels, and guides bringing you an opportunity for growth and expansion, for wrapping up one cycle and starting a whole brand new cycle, a whole brand new chapter. Laying the groundwork, putting in the footwork for future expansion. There's an opportunity here to wrap up something so that you can start the next phase of your life journey. Because a cycle represents a phase in our life, right? And we go through many in our life. One cycle of the tarot represents a phase or a chapter in our life. We go through a variety of them, right? The Fool is the very first major arcana card. The World here is the last. All the cards in between there represent a chapter in our lives, or a set of chapter. Different phases we go through in life, right? We go through many. So the World represents the ending of one. It's a card of graduation, of leveling up. And the Three of Wands is you've put in some of the footwork. You're starting to see your efforts paying off. You're pausing for a minute to look at that ship that's coming in. It's a card of growth and expansion. So Spirit is providing an opportunity here, but there's also a way to do it. Don't just go off half-cocked, right? It's about having a plan too. Let's take a look at the Ace of Wands and Justice. There may be a variety of moving parts to this moving forward, and it's important that you have a plan that incorporates everything that needs to happen and not just go charging off, right, with a half-formed plan. Which is the primary challenge and struggle of these nights, right? maybe with the exception of the Knight of Pentacles or coins, that Knight of Earth. He always accomplishes his goal because he's so slow and cautious and detail oriented. But the other knights, knights just want to charge forward and do the thing. And sometimes they're not prepared enough, or they haven't made a big enough plan, or they get distracted. Sometimes they never accomplish that goal because, they didn't have everything that they needed to do it, right? So again, this kind of caution about make sure you balance that. That magician uses a careful combination of all of the elements, not just one, not just air, not just water, not just fire, not just earth, of all of those. He knows how to do that because of his experience, which is also kind of an indication of learning lessons from your past as well. Judgment, the Fool, and the Eight of Cups. Remember that Fool's the very first major arcana card. So there's an opportunity here. There's a whole new, it's all new. And I mean, it could be anything. It could be a new job, a career path, moving or relocating. You're leaving behind something which is no longer serving a purpose for you. It's a pretty significant decision, a life-changing decision here. And it does look like Spirit has put the opportunity in front of you, which is a pretty clear call that you should take this path, you should follow this path, but try to do it with, again, some foresight and some planning. Strength, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. I'm not laughing at you, Virgo. Well, not in a bad, I am, but not in a bad way. This is a combination that says, like I kind of got in the beginning, strong caution to make sure to be in control of where your impulses and your passions want to pull you or make you rush forward and, maybe skip the small details or cut corners. Because that's what your own desire and your haste to get to the thing that you wants to do. There's a sense here of needing to curb that, needing to practice self-control and self-discipline in how you move forward on this. Because your eagerness and your desire to do it may cause you to do it in a way that maybe burns bridges or causes ill feelings with the people around you, or some things to that extent. There's something here about doing it in the way the magician would do it, right? The Hanging Man. Yeah, the Hanging Man makes the temporary self-sacrifice of not acting just quite yet. You may not know everything there is to know, because when he hangs upside down, he can see things from a different perspective and maybe pick up things he didn't notice before. Information, watching things kind of play out for just a little bit. There may be some things, you may not know everything about the situation, and it may, it may change, or it cause you to alter or adjust your plans to a certain degree. The path itself looks like one Spirit has put in front of you, but there is some caution on how you do it, and make sure that you know about everything before you just kind of jump in, right? We want to make sure there's enough water in the pool before we jump in. Temperance, of course, staying grounded in the center, learning how to adapt and adjust to maintain your balance without leaving that center, without letting people, places, situations, your own passions and impulses wanting to pull you out of that center, but staying grounded on who you are, what you're about, what your goal really is, and kind of staying focused on that. Advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. I mean, that's kind of your guidance right there. Kind of similar to Tauruses and a bit similar to Capricorns as well. Seven of Swords. Have a plan. A careful, strategic, well thought out plan. Make sure that you get all the information about the new opportunity. Like if it's a new job, Not just the salary, not just the benefits, but, what are your personal time off? What's sick time like? What's vacation time like? How do they feel about family leave? How do they, is there profit sharing? Is there, is there a 401k? All of that kind of stuff. Three of Pentacles is compromise, negotiation, and collaboration. It means getting everybody on the same page towards a common goal, particularly if you're leaving one environment to go to a new one. It's, again, doing it in the best way possible. Giving reasonable notice, having a good plan, making sure that things are be covered, that sort of thing before you embark on this new journey, because it feels very much like Spirit intends you to. But it's in the way that you do it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Virgo, those are your messages for the first half of November 2024. I hope that for those of you for whom this hit home and resonated, that it was helpful, that it brought perhaps some clarity or some food for thought or validation. Again, if it did and you'd like to take a deeper dive on it and pull the curtain back on it a bit and explore it and reach out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style, you can email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact details by clicking the description of this video or hitting that word more, and you'll see it there. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the next set of readings. Until then, stay well, be safe, and I hope to see you back here again soon, and I hope to hear from some of you as well. Bye-bye.